And we're back. Hello. My hot take today is about something called a non-delusional parasocial relationship. And yes, it's Reverend Sully, Eric O'Sullivan, ordained on the internet. And it's my hot take. And a caveat, as always, please don't burn your hands trying to hold on to my hot takes. If you do, then that's on you. And that's that. What is a non-delusional parasocial relationship? First of all, let's get something clear. I am not a professional mental health care doctor or psychologist and psychiatrist. No, I've been in and out of therapy all my life. And so I know a thing about the process, and I have a great respect for the process. These ideas I got from a very good source, an internet friend, Dr. Andrea Letamendi, and she is a huge part of fandom and big cosplayer and an advocate for wounded warriors and mental health awareness, and especially correct mental health presentations in our pop cultures, and calling out BS on bad psych and bad science and harmful stereotypes too. Remember, the struggle is real, and people are out there to help you. If you are struggling, please ask questions and call someone. There's someone out there to help you. I know, because I'm the result of getting help such as what Dr. Letamendi advises. But Drea says, parasocial relationships are the meaningful and non-delusional connections we have with fictional characters. In other words, it's the awareness that the people we're fascinated with are not real people. It's the awareness of that, yes. But the realization that the relationship we have with them are a deeply felt experience. It's why we like the characters we like so much, our emotional connection to them, and why we feel grief when they die, and we feel anger when they're changed. And this is a really salient thing that I've taken with me for years now, listening to her podcast and being the direct benefit of her advices. But now, I'm just using that as the definition of the term non-delusional parasocial relationship. Big word. And okay, so now I'm looking at the states of our fandoms right now, with all the fan outrage, all the faux outrage, all the back and forth between good guys and black hats, between heels and the baby faces, in the pop culture, specifically in Star Wars and in Star Trek, Doctor Who, He-Man. It goes down the list of things that just in comic book characters, there are just there's a literal laundry list of grievances about abuses to our characters, that we have these non-delusional parasocial relationships. But here comes my rub. What happens if and when we rationally understand that the person we're arguing with may have transcended that non-delusional part of the non-delusional parasocial relationship? I'm worried now that perhaps there's a bit more delusion in a lot of the modern outrages than non-delusional. For whatever the leverage is, whether it's, clickbait, there's a lot of, money to be made in, hate clicks. I'm not going to go that route. But it's part and parcel with, enjoying, that this fandom sphere. There seems to be angels and devils, and but only if you are sold on that narrative. But when people come at you, such as, the Tim Drake thing, like, how dare you? But the sensitivity to that, and I'm not questioning or judging, I'm merely saying that we need to still realize the fictional nature of these non-people. Now, I fully accept that something even like my ginger erasure argument is completely predicated on imaginary people suffering an imaginary slight, or even a real world slight, of fictional people suffering real world slights, and something does not add up in that. Even I know that. My ginger erasure argument, I'm telling you, I'm going out on a limb. I know this. Yet, I wanted to fabricate some leverage and give my claim some merit. So I fully think it's a fine argument. It's kind of harebrained. It's out there. It's thin. But you know what? Knock it down. Go for it. Try to knock it down. I'd like you to. I don't think you can. But that comes from my non-delusional relationships with Wally West and with all the other, red-headed characters who look like Irish people. My people. So, but when does that become delusional? I think it becomes delusional when we're corrupting our relationships with other real humans, when this has an impact on our daily lives, when it's giving us actual stress, and when we're actively trying to leverage against people and their livelihoods and their ability to keep jobs, to get future jobs. And so I'm asking questions. When does this become a delusional parasocial relationship, and when does it become harmful? Obviously, it's going to be on a case-by-case basis. Yet, I'm not buying all the outrage. I can't. It's harmful to you, and we have a vested in. This is the non-delusional parasocial relationship comes from it's an aggregate of things. Your time spent, your money spent, your attention spent, the amount of gnosis meaning like an intimate knowledge that is book knowledge and experiential too. All of these things that quantify and qualify this fan love. Yet, what happens when it goes bad? And what happens when it becomes hostile? And it can have, toxic overtones. I'm not saying that everyone's toxic. I'm not saying that people don't have legit things when they're disappointed. Yet then, to have empathy, to be such as me, a viewer, and then to have to sit through, say, like 20 minutes of someone just, exposing their, raw emotions about a subject that they care deeply about. And it's sometimes it's a bit much. So what am I getting at here? I guess it's, I want to wrap this up and say that, these are real connections that we have with these fictional people. But we must be vigilant and to not slide into a delusional state of overthinking it. There has to be challenges to give these fictional characters must be challenged in order to create tension that drives story. That's true, but everything can't be some great outrage. It's boring. It gets awful. It's bad radio. It's bad TV. I don't want to spend my free time basking in negativity. So being concerned about, the fates of our fictional friends is great, and it's part and parcel. Yet I truly worry that the negativity, claims just parts of our soul. And advise grace, compassion, gratitude, and blessings if we can. I'm going to wrap this up saying, please smash that like button if you can. Hit the dislike button if you didn't like this content. Leave a comment in the comment section if you'd like. I'd like a big thank you to Dr. Andrea Letamendi, her husband Brian Ward, their podcast, at the ARKHAM Sessions on Twitter, and you can find them online at the ARKHAM Sessions. It's these two over years have psychologically analyzed every episode of Bruce Timm and Paul Dini's Batman the Animated Series, using Batman as its proper metaphor to display things such as resilience, compassion fatigue, and using his rogues gallery to showcase different mental illnesses and ways we can get resilience. And also they're heroes to me. And you can go and listen to their entire catalog along with a reviewing of Batman the Animated Series. I've been following them for years, and they have made the best impact on my mental health with their mission. So thousands of blessings to you, Drea and Brian. God bless you and namaste. And but yeah, non-delusional parasocial relationships, and they're great, and we love our characters, and we're loved back by them when they're handled with the respect we feel that they deserve. So we understand the fan outrage comes from this place. We just have to be vigilant, not to give in to the hate and the negativity. It was a quote from Apocalypse Now. In Vietnam, you need angel wings to stay above the bullshit. And I'm going to say that we might need our own angel wings to rise above, our negativity here and embrace something more positive. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great day. Cheers. Don't double tap the screen again, Sully. Okay.